about cholesterol.
Okay.
Because I think that people know their cholesterol level or the big number, but there's so much more to it that people need to know and details within their cholesterol. So let's talk about that.
Well, you have good cholesterol, the HDL, and you have bad cholesterol, the LDL. But there's also something called particle size, which is extremely important to know if you are at great risk for heart disease and you have a genetic predisposition. For example, my husband, at the age, his father had his first heart attack at, I believe it was 45. His grandfather died of a heart attack at 35. So he went and he had an angiogram where you lay on the table and it's an invasive procedure where they look and they see if your heart is okay, if you have cardiovascular disease. And the cardiologist said to me, Dr. Brill, your husband's arteries are as smooth as a baby's bottom and your husband is free of cardiovascular disease. And I said, wonderful. And he said, and also your husband's LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, is 70, which is perfect because it should be under 100. So I'm like, that's wonderful, that's fabulous. Fast forward 3 years, tremendous stress going on, my husband has a heart attack. So what I learned from that is that this could have been prevented because no cardiologist went to look further at the particle size of the LDL, his LDL cholesterol. My husband has what's called the small, dense, or heavy LDL particle size, and that is extremely dangerous. And so he also has a low HDL, the good, healthy. So the fact that his LDL number was low did not predict that he was going to have a heart attack, led everyone astray.
So what are the markers in the test that people need? So there's the LDL, there's the HDL, there's also the ratio, which you might have seen was a problem if he had low HDL as well.
That's correct.
And then they need a particle size test. Is there a specific name for the particle size test?
Your cholesterol composition, particle size, your cardiologist, preventive cardiologist will understand.
Okay, and how close does heart disease have to be in your family for you to get an early screening of it, or should everybody be asking for that anyway?
Well, I mean, I asked for it, and of course my father died of a heart attack, so it runs in my family. But the fact that most Americans will die of a heart attack or stroke or high blood pressure, I think that if you have the means, you should go to a preventive cardiologist and do what it takes to prevent heart disease, #1 killer. So yes, get it done and find out what your particle size is of your LDL. You do not want, when it comes to LDL, size matters. You do not want to have the small, dense LDL. You want to have fat and fluffy. And when it comes to HDL, you also want to have flat and fluffy. Fat and fluffy, because HDL, the good cholesterol, there's different types. And there's a lot of interest and research going on now about HDL cholesterol as well.
All right. Get that particle size checked.
Yes.
Thank you, Janet Bond Brill.
You're welcome.
If you like what you saw today, come to bottomlineinc.com and see even more videos with Dr. Janet Bond Brill. And do me a favor, share it, tell your friends about it, because this is such important information. Cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer of men and women. We want the word out and we want people healthy.